Hey guys. Hey guys. All right, just had to stop the feedback there of my camera. All right, so I just come on quickly to show you the other sets of pencils that come in the Black Widow set. So last video I did with these pencils, I did a color chart and I just went through the colors with you and did a couple of blends and some white over the top. So today I wanted to show you the other ones. So I contacted Black Widow and I had a conversation with Albert there, and he was telling me that the names of all of the pencils were actually from a competition. So people entered a competition and they all decided on a name for different colors. So that's how they got their awesome names, the ones that make me laugh. Anyway, so I actually asked him if I could get the other set. So I purchased those through there. You can get them on Amazon. I've put the link in the description. Also, too, just while I'm talking about links, in the description, I've linked still the 1,000 subscriber giveaway still going. So I've linked that in there. The Jade Summer one has ended. However, the other ones are still going up until the 4th of March. So come and check that out. Also, I posted the top 10 today as well. So if you guys haven't looked at that, go and check that out as well. So I've got two other sets here. I've got the Scorpion set and the Cobra set. So I don't know which order they came out in, but the whole three sets together makes up a 72 pack. So they are all different colored packs. So if you have any questions as I'm going along filling these out, just pop them in the chat box there. All right, so let's have a look what we've got here. So I've done they should have been called redback ones too, because these pencils actually have Cobra and Scorpion written on them. These just have Black Widow on them. But anyway, also too, if you're in Australia, he said that they were looking at maybe doing open stock for Australia only. So that's something good as well, because it means that if we do decide to use these on a more regular basis, then if you run out of a certain color, you'll be able to get an open stock single pencil, which is good. So we'll start with the Scorpion set. So I've actually already listed the colors here. So I'll go through and actually stuffed it up. I missed a couple of colors in between, but that's all right. I'm actually I'll post it on my group page or my or the actual Facebook page, so I can do it in both. I'll try and put it all into one big color chart, so all the colors in order, and then it'll make it a little bit easier when it comes to blending and things like that, because you'll be able to see all of the colors in that green range to be able to sort of make a blend out of it. So I will do that at some stage. I just haven't had the chance to do it today. I quickly rushed in and did these. That's why I missed a couple, so I've added them to the bottom. But anyway, let's go for it. So the Black Widow Scorpion pencils, there's a little thing down the bottom there. All of the colors are on the back. So they're not quite, some of the colors names are interesting in this one, but some not as interesting as the first lot. But there are some nice original ones in here as well. So we'll go through and I'll do those. So they're all black pencils again. The normal Black Widow ones had red writing and the names on them. These ones have got gold with the names on them as well. And the other set, the Scorpion ones, are white. So they're all different colors. All right. Just going to get to them. So I'll start. These ones are back to front. All the lighter ones are at the end of the box. Okay, so I'll do dark, medium, light, and I'll also do a mixture with white and the blender. I know that my camera is a little bit fuzzy there too, so I'm just going to see if I can try and fix that up a little bit. It's really hard with the different programs to be able to see the effects of the camera. Okay, let me just fix that up a little bit. I'm not sure if that's any better or not, but we'll give it a go. And I can see a couple watching there, so say hi in the chat if you can. There is underneath the video, there is an option to change over to live chat. If you're not sure, have a look there. I think there's like a little arrow and there's an option. See, because I've already done it before now, every time I load it, it loads open anyway. But hi, we've had some people joining. Fantastic. Thank you, guys. So I'm going to just start. I'll do the blender ones. I'm just going to do with light pressure because we're going to blend over the top of those. And the white we're also going to blend over the top of, so I won't do it too heavy. And then we've got light pressure there. So I'll try and get through them as quickly as possible, but at least you'll be able to see the colors and how they look on paper. So I was just saying before that the Jade Summer competition finished. So we did 5 books over 5 days, and we had 5 winners, and they all have received their books. I double checked the last 2 this morning, so everybody's got their books and they're all really happy with those. So that's really exciting, and I can't wait to start finalizing off the other draws as well to see who the winners are there. So this came in my Happy Mail yesterday as well. In my Happy Mail, I received the 2 Clara Markova books. So I got this one and the pink one as well. So I'll do a flip through of those as well at some stage, maybe tomorrow morning. See how I go. Okay, so that was the gold. Sorry, the pastel lemon. Have I got the right ones? I've just said that. I'm using the wrong color chart. All right, we'll start again. Cobra set. Guess what's first? Light yellow. We'll just ignore the other one. Too much of a rush trying to get up here. Medium. Light. So I'm doing the light yellow now. And I'm just keeping it light, as I said, on those last 3 because we're going to try a blender and a white over the top. Okay, we'll start that again. So I had gold. I got these other little numbers, but I don't think they correspond with anything else. So nice pale sort of sandy color. I'll have to look through and see if there's a nice mix of skin colors. I'll have a play with them. So as I said, I've just got them, so I haven't really had any sort of, this is the first time I've used them. Okay, so they feel just as creamy and smooth as the other ones. Shouldn't be using my hand, I should use my brush. What have we got next? Mustard. So that one's nice and bright. I really liked the first set because most of the colors were quite bright. So it was almost like a bright set of colors. See, these colors here would make a good mix for a blend of a yellow. So I always do with my color charts, I try to do a box for lighter as well as with a white and with a blender, just to see how the pencils handle with each of those. It also helps when like having a light color colored. Sometimes when I'm matching up Copic marker colors, it's not the medium color or the dark color that matches, it's more the lighter color that would match. So I was going to do this in one of Sarah Colors' donut wheel things, but I didn't get time to print it out. So for the purpose of showing you guys, this is all we'll do. All right, so next one I've got here is Nugget. Okay. A nice yellowed orange. If you've got any questions, please ask away too, because I can see the chat there. I keep checking it intermittently to see if anyone's chatting. I'll have to get on and tweet about it. So I was having a play with the first set with a Bannock Klein Dragon the other day, so I haven't quite finished it yet, but I will be putting a speed colouring of it up later on. But that was just the Black Widow one, so there's a really huge colour range and they're really bright and rainbow coloured, so I really like those. I just wanted to see how they fared up. Sometimes a pencil set can look really nice here on paper, but then when you start to use them, you can start to see what sort of flaws that they have under pressure. And they did all right. I think I only broke one pencil, one lead. So these are very similar to, actually, I'm going to say they're more closely like Polychromos pencils than Prismacolor. They are very soft or smooth and creamy, but the leads are actually quite firm. So they're not as soft as Prismacolors. And I think that Prismacolors tend to not last as long. I think these would last a little bit longer because the leads are a little bit firmer. But for the value of them, I think they're pretty closely matched to a set like that. The colors are quite rich. The pigment's fairly consistent. Like I know I've got some Brunzil, I don't know how to say them, but they are really nice pencils, but they're not consistent. So the colors are really quite I don't know how to explain it, but when you lay down a color like this in a box, it's not very smooth. You can get parts of it which aren't actually, the pigment's not smoothly blended through in all the pencils, so you can get clear marks through it. I'm starting now with Bubblegum, which is a pink. So it seems like they're really busy with orders and things like that at Black Widow. So they've been doing really well. For them to be considering bringing them out as open stock in Australia, they must be doing okay. Yep, so they are wax base. So far they're not quite as bright as the first set. So these colors are a little more dull. So that's the first set. These ones are a little more dull, so that's good because that means that we can have more blending colours to make a full blend. Yeah, the bubblegum is pretty. Okay, I've got Fancy Pink. They probably should have gone around the other way, I think. This one's a little bit lighter than the previous one. That's okay. As I said, I'll do up a colour chart with them in order of colours so that you can see from dark to light in each colour range. But I'll do that later on. Guys, also, if you guys are a patron, I posted up a important post on Patreon, so please go check it out if you haven't already, and if you have already, you know what I'm asking or talking about, so go ahead and do that. If you guys are watching and you're not Patreon patrons, I do have a Patreon page, so you're welcome to go along and check that out. The link is in the description as well. Patrons usually get a little bit extra to what the public gets, so they'll get color charts and conversions from marker to pencil. This is fire. Also extended videos and things like that. So and I'm just taking requests at the moment to decide what to do for this month. Also, if you watched the last two videos live, I was doing the Hannah Calzone Magical Dawn lady. I actually finished that, so I'm in the process of editing video for that as well, so you'll be able to see how that came out in the end. So each set has 24 pencils each. So all sets together equals to 72 pencils, and they are all different colors. And I'm not sure what the current price on Amazon is. I ordered them directly from the Victorian branch, which actually turns out not to be that far away from me. Okay, and then we've got deep red. Oh, that's pretty. It's a really deep scarlet color. And the next one I wrote down wrong. It's actually, the next one's blood diamond, but I wrote blood red for some reason. That's in the other set, but that's all right. I will post a public link up with the scans of these ones as well. And once I do the full color chart, I'll scan that up and pop it on Patreon as well. So if you didn't know, you can just follow an artist or creator on Patreon, and when they post public posts, you can actually see those. So you've got that as well. So you don't necessarily have to be a patron to be able to see some of the posts that go up. I'm going to find my pen, which could be anywhere. It's going to have to be a different color because I can't find it. It's Blood Diamond. Okay. I have messages going off in my pocket here, so I'm just making sure something important. You had some delays in the camera there too. Oh, that's really deep. Okay, right. It's going to be 32 here today, so quite warm again. Okay, this is where I missed some of the green colors, so I'll have to pop down and do them on the bottom, but this is Venom. Oh, I like that green. That's beautiful. It's like a real emerald green. I have a thing for purple and green. I might have to find myself a nice green frog to do. All right. So this will be halfway down now. Forest. It's a real deep moss green. So you can see there's still plenty of dust on there. Wax pencils usually do that, whereas oil-based don't have much dust at all. So in that respect, they are very similar to Prismacolors. Hey, Tamara. Lots of lovely visitors. All right, next one I've got on here is Opal Green. I think I prefer the oil-based pencils because I can be a little bit firmer with them. In general, like the polychromos pencils are a lot firmer. Because I'm fairly heavy-handed, I find it hard sometimes to go light. That control's getting a little bit better, but I think with having arthritis in the hands, I don't know if that's got something to do with it, but I tend to be a little bit heavy-handed, so I do like the oil-based ones better, but I also like the wax base, especially Prismacolor, because of the bright colors and they're so intense and vibrant. So really, I guess it depends on what you're looking for. My most favorite medium is Copic markers. Okay, now I think we jumped here to Purple Haze. Actually, this one might be in order. I think it might be the other one I've done around the wrong way. So purple haze. So this looks like a pale purple or violet. Actually, it's not violet. Lilac. And the pigment in that pencil is a little bit, you might not be able to see it there, but I've got a little bit of a darker streak through there, which is a little bit of the pigment not blended in properly. If you're looking at getting one of the more expensive sets of pencils, start with, like, especially like Polychromos, they're all in open stock. Start with getting a couple of blends first before getting the whole set, and see what you think of them. It took me a long time. I had Prismacolors for about a year before I could even sort of have a go at them, because every time I used them, I kept breaking them. And it just sort of seemed to frustrate me more. However, after getting a new pencil sharpener, which was the Tagore one, which is hiding somewhere here on my desk. After getting that pencil sharpener, and I don't sharpen the leads quite as long, it's a lot easier to use them. I don't break them as often. And of course, practicing with them helps you to sort of learn how to use them. Great. Oh, that's a nice, vibrant purple. So far, I haven't seen any of the colors that match up with the previous set. So they are all completely different colors. Just having a quick look there now. That red is more of a seashell sort of color. It's very similar to that, but I think that one's lighter than that. So yeah, so far, none the same. The good thing about having a few different sets is that you can mix and match. So when you want a vibrant color, you can grab one from, this kind of set or Prismacolor or whatever, and then you can sort of go back to the other ones. The Hanekar Zone one I just finished. I actually did the skin with mainly Caran d'Ache pencils, and then I did the eyes with Polychromos pencils, and then I did the hair and the rest of the flowers with Prismacolor. So there's quite a bit of a mix through there, but you can use them all together. Quite often when I see those hyper realistic videos, they use like tons of different mediums, like markers and pencils and different brands of pencils, not all the same. This one's Aquarius. Is that your star sign, Megan? I'm trying to wiggle my butt along here, get it done. Time flies. Probably could have made the boxes a little bit smaller, couldn't I? Cobra is next. So it says Cobra Cobra. It's like a chartreuse type color, maybe not quite as bright as that. Olive green, maybe. Yellow green, I don't know. I've got rattlesnake. Oh, that's pretty. So red-brown. Terracotta, maybe. Next one's tulip. See, I think this should have been up there. It's probably mixed up before I've got to write them down, but that's okay. As I said, this is just my rough one to show you guys the colors, and then I'll do a great big chart with them all on there together, and I'm going to put them in a case together as well. So and if you haven't seen my color wheel video, I've got Sarah Colors. I'll pop a link to her as well in the description or a card up, but she made these color wheel donuts or color donuts, which is really good for color swatching, so you can match up colors together to see what suits. So I'm actually going to do a color wheel of them as well, so that I've got them in my list of colors. So great idea. So all you need to do to get those is to subscribe to her blog, and she'll send them out to you. Okay, I've got chestnut. They're really easy to match up colors, especially for when I'm changing or trying to swap out my markers for pencil combinations. They're really awesome because I can sort of butt them up next to each other and I can see them really well. So yeah, they're a great little chart. I did a whole video thing on them where you can see me filling them out. It was a little bit of fun. Took forever, but it was well worth it. Getting down to the bottom now, flat black, which I'm sure we know what that will look like. It's actually more like a Payne's grey. So the other black is a lot richer than this one, so they're different coloured blacks as well. So in watercolour sets you can get like, you usually get like a black and then a off black. It's not quite darker as black, but and obviously in Prismacolor sets you're getting your warm greys, cool greys, French greys, Payne's grey. You know, when I first started colouring, I always used to think, I wonder what they use all those greys. Who could use that many greys? But now after colouring for so long, they're really quite handy to have because you can mix these with these kind of colours to give depth and things like that. So this one's dim grey, which I've mixed up with, have I missed one here? Yes, I have. Hang on. I missed charcoal. Sorry, charcoal, which is a little bit warmer than the flat black. So warmer means that it's got more of a pink or red tone in it, whereas a cool grey has more blue tones. Good for doing stones and trees and wood. Oh, so the blog name, I'll pop it in the Actually, I might be able to do it now. If you give me 2 secs, I will try and pop it up as a card for you. Nope, it won't let me do it mid recording, unfortunately. Okay, so yeah, it's called. Her name is Sarah Colors. So she's got a blog. I'll pop the link in the description at the end. Also, too, I've got a video where I've actually colored Sarah Colors. Like I've actually done a whole video where you can see me filling them out. And you know what? The good thing is too, I don't have the whole Copic marker set, but I probably don't need them all. I only buy them when I feel I need to use it. But I had to put the whole Copic marker set onto like 5 wheels because I think the largest one she's got is a 8. Don't quote me because I'm not sure. But they do have she does have a 72 color wheel. So I'll be putting these ones on that. I'm crossing over to dim gray now. But they are a fantastic idea. As I said, it did take me a long time to put all the colors onto it, but I've used them every single day since I did it. So a brilliant idea. I'll also I'll pop an Instagram and Twitter post up just to say that I've done the live video, and I'll also I'll hashtag her or tag her in those posts as well, so you can see them. Last one is space. Oh, which is purple. It's beautiful. Love it. I'm not going to get time to do a blend today, but I'll try and get the rest of these done for you. Okay, so that's the Cobra and that's the normal Black Widow ones. There are similar colors, but they're not exactly the same. This one's more pink than this one. Same with the red. That red's a little bit, it's sort of in between those two, and the pinks are in between those as well. So that's good. And the next set that I've got, I'm just going to pop these away. This is the ones I actually messed up the chart with, but so these are the Scorpion ones. So again, the colors are in the lid. Excuse my writing. All right, so Cobra set. No, Scorpion. Just double check I've got the right one. Excuse that top one. I'm going to have to if you missed the start of the video, I accidentally started filling out the wrong chart. I'm going to be compromised a little bit, but we'll get at the idea. I know, does anyone else do that? Make color charts and miss colors? And yeah, I do it all the time. Anyway, let's go back to Pastel Lemon. It's really, oh, I just broke it. It's a cream color. So this would probably be a color that I would put in a skin mix. Look, you don't even notice that there was a different color there before. Anyway, Yellow Sand is the next one. Yeah, don't read the names. It's messy writing. This one's Yellow Sand. I can't believe how behind the video is. It's just really weird looking up and seeing the video that's playing and what I'm actually doing. It's a little bit odd. Yep, I'm doing I found my pen too. I've done the white and the blender columns here. I'll just quickly run over those with the blender pencil and the white pencil just to see how they come out as well. So I did use them on the first one I did, so I thought I'd quickly do that as well. So the next one I've got is honeycomb. It's kind of a pastel orange color. I think honeycomb's a little bit richer than that, but so I've done heavy pressure, medium pressure, and light pressure, and then I've done 2 little squares here for the blender and the white, which I should be able to do fairly quickly. I'll just try and get through these colors for you. Oh, well, if you've got nothing else to do, I guess we can sit and watch me color. This one's called Tanned. That possibly could be a bit of a skin color too. So if you haven't subscribed already, pop a like and also click on that subscribe button. Burnt orange. So the set has a white in it, so I'll try half of it with that white, and I'll try the other half with like a Prismacolor or a Caran d'Ache or something like that, just to see the differences. Delicious pink. Yep, still different to the other ones. I just have to have a look. This is a dusky kind of pink. I just make up random things all the time, so that might not even be color. So yeah, the competition is still going. So if you haven't already entered into all of the Rafflecopter giveaways, go check that out as well. I have put the links already in the description for those. So we've still got heaps of stuff to give away. We have finished the Jade Summer one. That one's been done. And we had 5 winners who are all happy with their books. But yeah, we've got Dia Lenahan's the major prize for this giveaway. So hers is actually going to be running for some extra time. This one's called Pig's Ear. So there's another strange one. We haven't had that many strange ones in the last 2 sets, though. I think the first set had the funniest names. So Pig's Ear. So Dia Lenahan's giving away 2 digital books and a physical copy of a book for the major prize. So that one's pretty big. So if you haven't checked Dia out, she also has a YouTube channel as well. So something to have a look at. She does some cute little tips and tricks and tutorials, and also too she does a lot of pencil comparisons and things as well, so there's lots of products there. She also does giveaways and things too, so you want to have a look over there. And then we've still got all of the smaller ones, which are digital books. Jenny Lewin, Jade Elizabeth, Edward Ramos, Michelle Tracy, and I'm probably forgetting some, and I'm sorry if I have. This one's Blood Red. There's still 9 other prizes, I think. I'm giving away a $25 Amazon voucher. So yeah, lots of different things in there to have a look at. Oh, also, I was going to give a hint to the video. One of the videos where I actually do introduce myself. It is a Hannah Calzone video. It's one of the first ones I did. I actually look quite a bit different to that video now, so it's funny how our life changes. Jennifer Zimmerman's in that giveaway as well. She's giving away Glow Darlas. Lime fruit. Have I been too long? Is it time to get off? I'm not sure if there's limits on these things either. I haven't actually checked. All right, so almost done. Irish green. This is where I've missed the greens and I've had to add them down the bottom. So, because I was crazily rushing to get it filled out. Bad writing and not in order. Also, I have got, as I was saying earlier, I have got Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. I've got a Facebook group and a Facebook page. So they're all in the links below. Grub Green. Oh, love that one. Actually, that's very similar to a polychromos color. Now, turquoise, which I accidentally wrote down here. I like that color too. It's a blue-green or green-blue. Rice green. So Megan, I don't know if you heard before, but there was an Aquarius color. And I just said, is that your star sign? If you're listening still. Back up the top to olive green. Bye, Megan. Chat later. So Megan's actually my sister, so she's been helping me out with the group and videos and getting Twitter organized and all those things that I really don't know what to do with. So that's really good. It's good to have some helpers. I've got a couple of other girls that help me out that are also from Australia. So it's nice to be able to sort of have people around you who are passionate about the same things. Charcoal green. Get the sore hand. Probably should have picked to do one at a time today, but you know, I just bit off more than I could chew, I think. Needless to say, I won't be doing any pencils today. It'll be markers. Blue Heaven. Blue Horizon. That's a pretty blue. Please excuse my roughness. So you can see that the colors are quite consistent. There was only one that I had a little bit of off pigment, but it could have been just a ball in the end of the pencil too. So Galaxy Blue. Nice deep Indian Throne Blue. Or in Deathrin. Also, I normally wouldn't burnish the paper like that, but because we're just doing one color, it's a little bit different. Okay, now what else have we got? Pastel purple. It's more like a dusky purple. So dusky being mixed with grey. And I'll have to go through and have a look at the charts and see which one's my favourite. Now, these got a bit mixed up, so I've got a feeling the tin may have been just bumped a bit and the colours have all mixed up, but that's all right. As I said, I'm going to do a proper chart with all of them anyway, so I'm not too worried. At least I can just show you guys the colour. So a lot of people have loved that I'm from Australia. I've got lots of Australian followers as well, but it is beautiful here. I love it. I say that because I've never actually been out of the country. Actually, I've only been out of the state I live in a couple of times, so I couldn't say that I was very well traveled. I can't travel very often or too much on aeroplanes because I have ear problems, so I'm actually almost deaf in one ear. It does make it difficult on planes, but this is deep purple. Beautiful beaches. It's never really freezing cold. Well, not where I am. It's always sort of mild temperature. But yeah, we're actually, it's really quite warm here for this time of the year. Usually it's starting to cool down, but lots of storms as well because of the humidity. So it is 10:42 a.m. I've just taken all my kids off to school and My eldest has just started uni, so I've dropped her off at the station. It's been happening this morning already. Posted up the top 10 video, and once I've finished here, I'll get into more recording. So I've got to voice record that Hannah Calzone one that I've just finished, and put together a speed colouring as well. So I've still got heaps to do. It's never ending. Lucky I like it. So that was deep purple. This one's burgundy. So as I said, these names are quite tame. They're not as interesting and unique as the first lot. I think every pencil I pulled out, I was having a giggle at the name. The only one that was a little strange was this one, Pig's Ear. Okay. Dark chocolate. So it looks like there's only one really dark brown. Oh no, there's a couple. We've got Huntsman in the first set. Great. The Cobra set, there isn't any dark browns at all. But I'll pop all of the colour charts beside each other and you can have a look. So if you were thinking about getting these, I hope this helps to sort of answer some of your questions and you can see how they work. The pencils are quite thin and they're hexagon shaped, so they are actually hurting my finger. But it's just something to get used to because I'm used to rounder pencils. The last one I've got is Brown Bug, which is a really rich burgundy colour, which definitely doesn't belong in the browns. But anyway, as I said, I think I've mixed up those pencils because they're not right. Not in order. Okay, so we've got medium and light, and now I'm just going to go over quickly with a mixture so you can see them blend with a blending pencil and with a white pencil. So the white in the Black Widow set is called Casper. I've got tins everywhere now. So we'll use the Casper colour, which I've already used a bit in the dragon that I've just done. Sharpen it. So the dragon being this one, which I'm going to post up as a speed colouring probably tomorrow or the next day. But I used the Casper colour over the top of that to blend it. And I also used the blending stick or Caran d'Ache blending stick or blender. That's that one. And I've got a white here. We'll have a play with that one. Prismacolor white. So that's all of them together. So they're very similar in color. That there's a little bit darker than this one. That's got a little bit more orange than that one and that one. So you can see that they're very similar, but they are different. Now, the good thing is that with similar and lighter and darker, we can get nice blends. So doing something like the bubble up here would be a little bit easier if I was using, you know, a dark blue like this one over here, and then gradually building up to the lighter blue. So if you want to hang around, or did you want me to come back in a little while or tomorrow and finish it off? But I can do this one now with the blender and the white. I might just quickly do it now. It shouldn't take me too long. So I'll use the, just cleaning the ends off because I've had other colors there. All right, so I'll quickly run down the this half of it with the white. And you might not be able to see this on camera, but once I post up the scanned version, you'll be able to see that a little bit better. So I just did a light layer in here just so I could see if I could blend it with the white. Now with this particular white, it's some of them are doing all right, but some of them aren't. I'll just bring it up close in a sec for you. If you can see there. It's not flattening the tooth out completely or pushing the wax around. It's just sort of flattening off and lightening up a little bit. I'm putting very, very firm pressure. Camera's wobbling a bit. Okay, that was with the white Casper. I've got my, actually, just give me 2 secs to find my Caran d'Ache white. I think I might use that instead of the Prisma because it's a little bit small. I love this white. It's my favorite. It does lighten the color off though, so just so you know that. It is a little better. It's blending a little bit better with the Caran d'Ache one. I'm getting a little bit smoother, but as I said, it is lightening it off. I've got probably about 10 of these tiny little nib sections right at the end that I haven't used because I've just gone through so many of these. And these blenders, they're awesome, but I think I've broken about 5 of them because I'm a little heavy-handed. But these two products are by far the best products that I've had for blending. I do use the Prismacolor blender a fair bit as well, but with the Prismacolor blender, I find that it takes off a lot of the wax. So if I've done a bit of a blend and then I use that blender over the top of it, it removes some of the color, which I don't like. So I'd prefer to go for something like this, which sort of smooths over the top of it. I've tried a few other blending pencils, but I don't like them as much as these 3. And I do use my solvent, so Zest It I use a fair bit as well for pencil blending. That one. Okay, so if you can see that there, it's a little bit more blended in, and it moves that colour around a bit more. So this is blending in the wax, all smoothing it all out and flattening the tooth out. Doesn't change the color of it either. It just sort of spreads it around and flattens it out rather than actually putting white over the top, which changes the color. So there you go. I just did it. I broke it. I think it's because it's warm too. Like it is really warm here already, even though it's only 11 o'clock in the morning, it's really starting to heat up already. So the pencil's a little bit softer. I guess that proves to you that I've got a heavy hand, hey? I'm just doing this really, really rough. Just you can have a look. Okay, that's that one done. A little messy because I've rushed it so quickly there. Now I'll just quickly do this one. It's kind of good. The colors with the white, it doesn't spread the color very well, but got a little bit of color transfer there. But so this is the Casper, the white that was in the pack. It's not really white, it's more of a cream or off white. And then we've got the Caran d'Ache white, which I've got. Of course it does. Darker color on it. Oh, just remember too that this is where I rubbed out the that top one I had to redo, but that's all right. Let's wipe that off a bit. Any questions while I'm finishing up? There's only a few minutes left now before I finish, so just double check I've answered everything. Thank you guys for watching along and hanging around for the whole video. Hopefully you enjoyed it and gave you a better overview of the pencils. And I'm just going to use that Caran d'Ache one. Try the longer one. Thank you so much for watching. Oh, and it's Sherry. Hi, Sherry. Sometimes when I get comments, I'm not sure who I'm actually talking to. So it's good to put a name to your YouTube face. So this Caran d'Ache blender, it is really, really good on this. So it is something that I probably would prefer to use rather than the white. If I can find one that doesn't break. It's gone off camera a bit. So what I'll do is I'll make up a full chart with all of the colors. I'll put them in color order, darkest to lightest in each color type, and then I'll post them back up again. But give me a few weeks because, I mean, this is just killing my hands right now, but I have got heaps of stuff going on. So I'll try to get it done as quick as I can. But that's all of the colors there, all up together. Overall, they're awesome colors. We've got heaps of bright colors. It's a really good mix. Some of them look a lot like the Prismacolor and Polychromos colors, so really nice. I will, as I said, do that full color chart, and I'll also do a bit of a blend with all of the sets together so we can see how they look together. So that's it. All done. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and enjoy the rest of your evening or day, whichever you are, and I will see you next time.